If you are generating lots of images, paying per image can look simple right up until the bill starts to stack. So the better question is this. If you run SwarmUI on a cheap cloud GPU for a focused session, do you actually get a better deal than paying an API every single time you click Generate? Next up is SwarmUI GitHub. SwarmUI is an open source UI built to make powerful image workflows easier to manage. The big appeal is control, your own models, own workflows, and far more iteration freedom. It gets more attractive when you plan to generate in batches instead of one image at a time. Next up is RunPod SwarmUI template. A ready-made cloud template cuts most of the setup pain out of self-hosting SwarmUI. This matters because convenience is the main reason people stay with per-image APIs. If launch time is simple enough, hourly GPU becomes much easier to justify. Next up is RunPod pricing. Hourly GPU pricing makes the math easier when you know roughly how long a session will run. Cheap GPUs can become a bargain if you plan to generate a lot in one sitting. The key is using the rented hour efficiently instead of leaving the pod idle. Next up is RunPod billing information. Billing details matter because storage and idle time can quietly erase the savings. Stopping the pod is only part of the story if persistent volumes keep billing in the background. This is the page that tells you whether your cheap setup really stays cheap. Next up is FAL.ai pricing. Per-image APIs are easier to start with because they hide infrastructure and setup work. The trade-off is that every output has a direct marginal cost that keeps scaling with usage. That convenience is great for light usage, but heavy iteration can get expensive fast. The catch is that cheap cloud GPU only stays cheap if you manage it well. Idle pods, persistent storage, long setup time, and one-off casual usage can all erase the advantage. If you only need a handful of images here and there, the per-image API can still be the smarter buy because you are paying for convenience and not for an entire runtime session. My takeaway is simple. If you are a heavy iterator who wants more control, SwarmUI on a cheap cloud GPU can absolutely be better than paying per image. But if you just want fast results with no setup and light usage, the API still wins on convenience. The best option depends on whether your real bottleneck is compute cost or friction.